Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. My name is Chris Edwards, and I'm the Artistic Director here at Eventide Theater Company. We're excited again today to bring you another version of our virtual playhouse. Today, we're going to be featuring Gary Vacon's production of Secrets of the Zoomaverse. It's going to be 3 one-acts written by Gary, starring Gary and a couple of other local actors who I'm sure you'll recognize. And we're looking forward to watching them. We're glad that you're here to join us for this today. This has been quite a year. And we have quite a year ahead of us. For those of you who are new to our virtual playhouse, welcome. For those of you who are returning to our virtual playhouse, welcome back. It means a lot to have you folks give up your Saturday afternoons to enjoy it here with us. Of course, it's a little chilly and dreary outside for those of you who are joining us from on Cape. So this is sort of a nice little respite from the dreariness outside, and you can join us for a little bit of fun and frivolity here inside. This is not all that Eventide Theater does, and we would encourage you to check out what we do throughout the year. In addition to the virtual playhouse, we also offer our Eventide Tales series. We are going to be continuing our Eventide Tales series for the month of May, focused on Cape Cod authors and Cape Cod artists, stories about Cape Cod. So whereas normally we will draw our stories from a multitude of different sources, this time we're actually going to be focusing here in our own backyard, and we're looking forward to seeing what that yields. We have also announced an official season that we are excited to be producing this year. We are producing 4 productions. Wow, that's a lot of production in one sentence. We are doing 4 shows this year, much as our regular season, and we are committing to performing or presenting all 4 of those productions to you. Regardless of what happens with COVID and the pandemic, we will be bringing our 4 productions to you, our audience. Now, how that's going to happen is the first half of our year is going to be a little different. The first production that we're doing is Teacher of the Year. It is being co-produced with Cotuit Center for the Arts. It is an original play produced and presented by Jim Daglish, and it was written for the Zoom format. And it's a really, really unique show. I've been a party to some of the recordings that they've been doing as they're putting some of it together and they're getting it ready to be presented. And you're going to be in for a real exciting treat. It's interesting, it's engaging, it's original, and it truly is timely. And I would encourage you, take the opportunity now to visit our website or visit the Cotuit Center for the Arts website and get your tickets for the streaming version of Teacher of the Year. The first episode of that drops May 28th, and every weekend for 6 weekends following, we'll be dropping 2 new episodes. It is an episodic format, similar to what you might find on Netflix, and I would encourage you to check it out. Following that, July 4th weekend, we're opening with another virtual production, but also very, very unique, featuring a lot of our local actors. We're going to be doing a production of Twain by the Tail. It's going to be it stars and is directed by Stephen Rourke, who played Atticus Finch in our production of To Kill a Mockingbird last fall before we closed down. And I think he's one of the greatest interpreters of Mark Twain since Hal Holbrook. He is directing and producing this show. We are doing that in partnership with the Cape Media Center, and it is great. We are presenting this show via green screen. All of our actors are coming in. They are socially distanced. They are separate from each other, and yet the scenes are going to be spliced together in such a way that it will seem seamless, as if they're interacting with each other directly. It's a really, really unique production, very challenging, and quite creative. And the local actors who are participating in this show have really stepped up, and they are delivering some fantastic work. Now, of course, after the summer, we normally resume our summer in the fall, and we are planning on resuming our fall season again live. We are going to be launching The Last 5 Years, which is a production which will be directed by Steve Ross and be starring 2 local favorites, Bo Jacket and Rebecca Riley. These folks are going to be presenting this show in our theater, hopefully. If we can't do it in our theater, we'll take it outside. And if we can't take it outside, we will find a way to stream that show to you, but we will bring it to you. And we are closing our season out with the return of a local favorite, Rich Orloff, who's a great writer. He was the writer of the production of Radio Ridiculous we did, which was just so much fun. We're bringing him back, and he's hopefully going to join us as well in October for a production directed by Toby Wilson. And Toby's going to be directing a play called Ha, which is very much like Today. It's going to be 3 one-act plays. So if you haven't followed us on Facebook, and if you're not tuned into what Eventide is doing, then I would encourage you to check it out. Check us out. Visit our website at eventidearts.org or follow us on Facebook. We have so many different things going on, so many things happening, and we would love to continue to be able to engage with you. Now, today's production, as I mentioned, is being produced in partnership with the Woods Hole Theater Company. Gary has written this wonderful play, this wonderful series of plays, cobbled them together and gotten very, very creative. And I'm excited to have you join us here for this production. If you want to continue to support this production or future productions or our season, I would encourage you, please text ETC to the number 44321. That's just pick up your smartphone here, text just the letters ETC, those are our initials, to 44321. And you'll receive a secure link where you can make a donation through that, or you can just visit our website in the traditional way. Go to eventidearts.org, and you can find our donate link there. And if you don't want to do that, if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, you are welcome to look up our address on the website and mail us a check. As I like to often say, there is no donation that is too small. There is no donation that is too big. Everything that we do requires a lot of effort and work from all of the folks on our team here at Eventide, and today the team over at Woods Hole Theater Company. So anything you can do to support us is very, very appreciated. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I think I've talked enough to stall for the late arrivals. For those of you who are having a little trouble logging in, because there's always a few folks who have trouble remembering where they saved that link. It looks like everybody is here now. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to please sit back, relax, and enjoy this production of Tales from the Zoomaverse.
Hi, everybody. I'm Melinda Gallant, and I want to welcome you today to another Cape Conversations. Got a great show. It's my fuzzy slipper edition. So come along. Let's have another Cape Conversation. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I was expecting Wendy Northcross.
Greetings, Melinda.
Do I know you?
Not yet.
Oh, well, how'd you get in here?
Sorry to invade your show.
Well, this is a regular cable show, and I don't have time.
I think you might find what I have to say interesting.
Wait, you're not on my schedule. I have to ask you to leave. Could you please just get off my Zoom?
Sorry.
Wait, this is pretty doggone rude, joining a video stream uninvited.
Sorry.
And who are you?
My name is Ares.
Well, how'd you get here?
Your technology makes it way too easy.
You must be a hacker. Are you a Russian? I've heard about this.
Nope, not a hacker.
Okay. All right, okay. All right, I get it now. This is some sort of prank. Ha ha, very funny, guys.
Satisfied?
Well, I've got an hour scheduled. Might as well do a show about something. I can't believe I'm actually going to do this. Okay. Tell me all about yourself, Ares.
I'm from Mars.
Very funny.
Well, it may seem funny, but I'm from Mars.
Well, are you hiding behind one of those rocks back there?
You Earthlings. You're just so dumb.
Well, okay. Well, you better be nice because I don't see any Martian rovers rolling around Cape Cod.
Well, on Mars, we live underground.
Oh, right.
I mean, have you heard about the radiation here?
Oh, a little bit. Go on.
It's really dangerous on the surface. So we live underground.
Really? Don't we have drills on those rovers?
What do you think we are? Ants?
Not deep enough, huh?
Hey, a few inches ain't going to do it, honey.
So you moved underground because of the radiation.
Yeah, and hey, there was a lot of digging involved, believe me. We left behind some gigantic trenches.
Wait, do they look like canals?
Earthlings are so dumb.
Be nice. I can stop this stream at any time.
No, sorry.
So was Mars always a desert?
No, we were like Earth. When the outer core of the planet cooled and hardened, we lost our magnetic field. The radiation streamed in from the sun and dried us up like a prune.
Like global warming?
Yeah, sort of, but in our case, from natural causes. I mean, Martians aren't stupid. We don't defecate where we lie down.
And you look just like us.
Well, I didn't want to scare you.
So wait a minute, you don't look like my friend Gary?
No, no.
Well, what do you look like?
So you really want to know?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Yikes.
Well, I warned you.
Well, wait a minute though. Dinosaurs aren't intelligent.
Well, Mars is smaller than the Earth, and even before the core hardened, we had more radiation than you, more genetic mutations. We evolved faster. During our Jurassic period, our dinosaurs developed intelligence.
Okay, so you expect me to believe that you are a race of smart dinosaurs?
Well, we were, but we needed to downsize. I mean, big creatures, too much food, too much energy, especially living underground. So we genetically engineered ourselves to this.
This is ridiculous. You expect me to believe all this nonsense? Wait, you look like a gecko.
Listen, we're no dummies. We get residuals from Warren Buffett. And I mean, I sure like that guy. He's pretty darn smart for an earthling.
Okay. All right. Then how do you stay warm underground? I mean, Mars is pretty cold. And aren't geckos cold-blooded?
Well, simple. We look towards the sun.
You're further from the sun than we are.
Yeah, so we make our own.
Huh?
It's called a fusion reactor.
Wait a minute. You mean like this?
Yeah. We gave Zemeckis that idea. It's too bad about Michael J. Such a great kid when we shot this. We really enjoyed working with him.
Wait a minute. So you've communicated with Earthlings before?
You think H.G. Wells came up with this on his own?
What? Anyone else?
Tim Burton. He's a superstar on Mars. We really dig the look.
Wait. So exactly what's the message in Mars Attacks?
Didn't you just love Jack as president? I mean, how clearly do we need to spell it out? In 1996, we forecast January 6th, 2021 in exquisite detail. Earthlings are so dumb.
Okay. Enough of your nonsense. My friend Gary told me that Einstein said it's impossible to communicate faster than the speed of light. Mars is a long ways away. Even a radio signals couldn't get
Yeah,
there.
so how are we interacting without delay? I know.
Yeah. Well, this conversation would be slower than COVID vaccine registration site on a Thursday morning in Massachusetts if you were on Mars. Aha, I gotcha.
Yeah, but except for one thing.
What?
I downloaded an AI version of myself into the Amazon Web Services. You're talking to a virtual me hosted at an Amazon data center. Boy, you got to love that Bezos. I was so sorry to see him retire.
Wait, you're in with Bezos too?
Yeah, I mean, you think he figured out how to ship everything the same day you order it? Man, you earthlings like to you accumulate all this useless junk. But that Prime idea, yeah, that was mine. And I gave it to Jeff. Only $1 a member, I said, for me. Residuals.
So wait a minute, you're in the cloud?
Oh, come on, Melinda. This is 2021. Who isn't?
Okay, let's go back to H.G. Wells. Sounds like you are foreshadowing an invasion.
Oh, no. We're just trying to scare you straight. You got to admit, that Orson sure could read a script. Of course, I was in the writer's room at the time. I tried to tell him, Grover's Mills? Like we'd start New Jersey if we wanted to invade? What a dump. I don't think anyone would even notice if we obliterated the place.
Well, you really worked with Orson Welles.
Oh, yeah, we love that Orson. What a voice.
Why do you want to scare us?
Well, look at your history. Orson read that thing in 1938, but you nearly demolished the planet a couple of years later. We figured a common enemy would bring you to your senses. You earthlings.
I know. So dumb.
Yeah, you're getting it now.
Okay. I'm almost buying it. But why stream bomb Cape Conversations? Really.
We admire your work, Melinda. We do.
So wait, you're saying, I'm supposed to believe a race of geckos living underground on Mars is stream bombing Cape Conversations because they admire my work?
Yes.
Well, I've received stranger compliments.
We really do want to work with you.
Okay. I can't believe I'm even saying this, but I'm ready to hear it. I have been locked up with COVID for so long that I'll work anywhere for anyone for anything. So what's the deal?
Well, my fellow Martians, we've been longing for some R&R. Someplace warm, nice, out in the sunshine.
Wait, so you are planning to invade?
Yeah, I'd prefer to call it a occupation.
And what about us?
Oh, don't worry, don't worry. You're all essential workers. I mean, you can't expect Martian geckos to serve cocktails to each other at Cape Cod beach bars. I mean, really.
I've seen, I see, I see. Essential workers, huh? So we'll get stimulus checks to keep us just one meal above starvation.
Oh, no, 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 no. Martians, we're not heartless like Earthlings.
Okay, then what's the deal you're peddling?
We're reasonable.
Reasonable?
The minimum wage on Mars and all Mars occupied territories is 20 bars an hour. 20 bars.
Bars?
Mars bars, of course.
Candy bars?
Oh, residuals, baby. I love those residuals. You Earthlings just can't get enough of that candy.
So your currency is a candy bar.
Right, right. And the exchange rate is $1.49 to the bar. Yeah, but of course, we had to negotiate an exception for the movie theaters. Oh, greedy bastards.
Wait, let's see now. 20 bars times $1.50, so you pay like $30 an hour.
Well, Martians are civilized. We pay a living wage every place in the solar system.
And how about performers?
Performers get a special deal.
And how's that work?
Well, we script your performances to encourage your race to, keep from destroying the planet before we get there.
And my deal would be?
Generous residuals.
Can you be more specific?
You are going to get a planet that you can live on.
Who are you? Where's Steve, Brian, and Ainsley?
It's time we had a talk.
Never seen you before on Wolf and Friends. Who are you? Hello?
That won't work.
How'd you do that? You've hacked my phones? You must be from Antifa. Secret Service? Secret Service?
They can't hear you.
Of course they can hear me. Security, get in here.
They can't hear you.
Just shut up for a minute.
That won't work either.
This TV must be broken.
Yours is.
Well, it doesn't matter, because I'll just get the staff to get me another one. Hello? 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 What the hell?
Exactly.
Okay. I don't know how you did it. And believe me, you are in big trouble. You are a disgrace, a criminal. I am all about law and order. Believe me, we're going to lock you up. Such disrespect. You can't get away with this, hijacking the only real news network on cable. What do you want?
I don't want anything.
Oh, you want something, all right. You are so pathetic. Do you know I am the world's most powerful person? And everybody wants something.
Nope.
I know. You work for fake news.
We need to talk.
Oh, I see. I get your game. Yeah. Oh, let's talk. Well, I like talking, so let's talk.
So your plan is to negotiate with me.
I can out-negotiate anyone.
Bullying is not negotiating.
Oh, such disrespect. You are disgusting. Okay, just tell me what you want.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, some idiot has managed to hack his way into my video feed with Wolf News.
Ever go to church?
You talk to me like that? Of course I go to church.
Ever listen to what they say?
Well,
What do they talk about?
Saints, sinners, stuff like that.
Who runs the place?
You mean the priest? But he always asks me what I think about his sermon. I am very important, and he wants to make sure that I am right on.
And who does the priest answer to?
You mean that guy's a bishop? Oh, no. I know. You mean the Pope. I thought I liked him, but turns out he is just a radical socialist. I see. So you work for the Pope.
Sort of.
Then tell him to back off. He's been saying some awful things about me, and I am great.
That's not my job.
Oh, yes, I see. Don't piss off the boss. You are so pathetic. You're just afraid to hear you're fired.
Nope.
Then who are you? I mean, not that I really care.
Who is the priest talking about at church?
God, of course. My people, the real patriots, and they love me, by the way. They love me so much. They love me more. Yes, it's true. They love me more than they love God. I tell them to go to church. They all go to church. I tell them I'm all for religion, and I know all about God.
Have you met him?
No one really has, but I'm sure if he wanted to meet with anyone, he would start with me. Of course, I'd have to fit him into my schedule, which is very busy, but I'm so great. I'm so important. In fact, I am the greatest person. Yes, everyone says it, the greatest person ever.
So you never met him?
Who are you again?
I think you might have an idea.
Oh, don't kid yourself. You are just a pathetic little man in a suit. Not even the designer wanted that. Security! Security!
I didn't want my appearance to scare you.
Scare me? Are you serious? I'm not scared of anybody. All right, prove it.
I don't really like to do that.
Liar! Prove it or get off this feed.
Oh, okay.
Oh no! I must be dead. Oh, what a tragic loss for the country, to all of humanity, really. The people who so loved me, and now they are planning a huge funeral. Oh, there's never been anyone like me. No one's ever gonna see anything like it. Huge parades, people crying, children just, in tears. Oh, and let's talk about all the great things I've done. How about that warp speed thing? Whoa, I'm sure reserved the most beautiful space in heaven for something like that.
Ron, one good decision does not make a life.
I know. I have lived the perfect life.
You're not dead yet.
Then what are you doing here?
I told you, we need to talk.
Well, then start talking and quit wasting my time. I am busy and I am very important, way more important than you. People who believe in you are dumb. I'll tell you what, I tell them what they want to hear, and so they vote for me. By the way, you owe me. If I didn't tell them to, they wouldn't believe in you. But they believe in me no matter what. Because they love me. And right now, Wolf and Friends is going to interview me. And I need to be ready
well,
for
you know, we have to talk about that too.
So I'm really not dead.
No, you're very much alive.
Well, then you put me back in my office. If I miss this interview, people will be so disappointed.
No.
Do you know who you are talking to? You put me back in my office this instant.
No.
All right. Let's make a deal. Tell me what it is you want.
You've been selected for something very special.
Of course I was selected. Being the greatest person ever, I mean, no one has ever seen anyone like me. It is about time that somebody
You
has
might want to wait until you hear.
Hear what?
I've never done anything like this before.
Of course you haven't. I am so deserving. There has never been anyone even close to me. Not ever.
Yeah, that's true. And this is something new, and it's just for you.
Oh, the world is so lucky to have me. You are lucky just to know me.
You know, in the old days, we talked about wispy clouds and angels or fiery, nasty places.
Oh, I hope those angels we're talking about is one like that new chick I just hired to run the press room. Oh, God, she's hot. Oh, I would just like to.
But now we're using a new system.
And a special one just for me.
That's right. Just for you.
Oh, tell me. I can't wait.
All the networks, all the social media outlets, all the print media
will celebrate my greatness daily.
Not exactly.
Insist I receive the Nobel Prize?
Nope.
Write op-eds insisting that term limits are removed just for me.
Are you ready to hear?
Oh, yes, I can hardly wait.
As I was saying, all the networks, all the social media, all the print media will no longer cover anything to do with you. It will be like you never existed.
Who cares? They're a group of losers. Let the fake news media die. I'll start my own network. Ooh, newspapers, reality shows. I will call my internet thingy, Ronnie Book. Ooh, that is the perfect name. And that Zuck guy thinks I like him. He is an idiot. I've got plenty of money. People love me, and they will flock to me.
Nope.
How are you going to stop me?
Remember who I am?
I don't care who you are. I can do anything I...
See, you're on.
Security, get in here. Security? Hello? 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 Where'd everyone go?
Hey, where's Bill and Michael?
They're not coming.
Is it the wrong day?
Wrong year.
Oh, huh?
We stopped doing the show last spring when the numbers were better.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm always here.
Come on, Troy.
I'm that little voice in the back of your head.
What are you talking about?
You're a smart guy. Does this feel real to you?
Zoom never feels real to me.
In this particular session?
Well, I guess a little more so.
What's the last thing you remember?
Well, I think I was tired. And this is a dream.
I heard you were smart.
So what do we do now?
It's your dream.
Oh, I think I'll just wake myself up.
If I were you, I'd let it play out. Think about what you're waking up to.
Well, you are me, and you kind of have a point.
You mean we have a point?
Exactly what part of the back of my head you occupy?
You're such a nerd.
So you're saying to stop analyzing?
Yeah, like that's possible.
All right, okay. Then what's next?
I told you, it's your dream.
Well, the logic of that statement is exquisite.
A bit self-serving, but I'll let it go.
Okay. Then let's get started. Let's let the dream happen. You know what? I'm scared.
Then do something.
But I have no control.
You have control of yourself.
I can't do it alone.
Recruit others.
You mean like this?
No. Too last administration.
Hey, well then, what should I do?
Depends
It depends on what.
on what you're afraid of.
People.
Which people?
Oh, lots of people.
Like?
Well, like the Flat Earth Society.
Afraid of falling off the edge?
Oh yeah, funny, very funny, very, very funny. Then yeah, but well, what about this?
Well, no one believes that.
You want to see the Pew Research demographics?
25%.
How do we fix it?
Tell people the truth.
Yeah, what? Like, yeah, we're going to bring back Walter Cronkite. Everybody's too busy to tweeting to even watch.
Okay. You're so smart. What's your plan?
We need to draw people in, something that grabs them.
Oh, that's crazy stuff.
Yeah, but nobody cares.
What are they saying?
Well, I'll tell you what, if it ain't viral, no one cares.
So your plan is to proliferate viral lies.
No, not exactly.
And how do you not exactly lie?
With packaging.
Packaging?
Right. You encase the truth in a viral package.
But doesn't that make it untruthful?
So, I mean, do you keep the cardboard when Amazon drops something on your porch?
No, but
Well,
that
then
doesn't
just
make...
roll with me for a minute.
Okay, all right.
All right, so now let's do the flat earthers.
But that's too dumb. Nobody believes that crap.
So you're sure of that?
No way.
Okay. So hold the ball in your hand like this.
Okay.
Then let's put this guy on the bottom like this.
All right, I see, yeah.
Okay. And now let go.
But
Did the guy fall off or not?
yeah, he fell off, but what?
So are you falling off right now?
No.
Then you must be up here. I mean, like this, right? And everyone in China must be down here, down the bottom. And they must be falling off. Of course, unless it's flat.
Nobody believes that stuff.
A recent survey of American adults showed that 1 in 6 were not entirely sure the earth was round.
Oh no, I'm scared.
Oh, that makes most of me. Okay, let's do virus deniers.
They're still out there?
Do I have to show you more demographics?
Okay, virus deniers.
So let's package up the virus.
How?
A Chinese plot to rule the world.
Conquer the world. I mean, if everyone gets sick, who wants it?
Oh, roll with me now. Come on.
But it's just a bat thing from the wet market that started the whole
Shut
thing.
up and let me finish wrapping this thing, wrapping the package.
But
Shut up or I'm going to press the mute button.
all right.
So listen, the virus is actually a Chinese microchip that controls our minds and makes us buy more stuff from Walmart.
Yeah, crazy. That Walmart stuff comes from China, but that
Yeah, well, you know, and then the vaccines, they were designed by Bill Gates in partnership with Soros. They include a microchip that deactivates the Chinese virus chip and reprograms it to make you buy American. Now, Soros, of course, insisted we had a little Euro supply chain too. I mean, you know, we sort of like the Europeans anyway, you know, NATO and all.
Well, brilliant. Okay. But why should people wear masks? I mean, they're made in China, and who knows what bad stuff might be.
No, you know, that part's easy. The Chinese made those masks because they were afraid we'd counterattack with a virus that made Chinese people buy American.
What?
And they were right. We did. We launched a viral counterattack. In fact, our virus is so effective, it identifies counterfeit goods. It makes a $15 knockoff North Face jacket on the streets of Shanghai look like a Nehru jacket from the 60s. I mean, who'd be caught dead in one of those?
And what about the masks?
Now that's the best part. You see, the Chinese made a ton of them to block our virus counterattack.
Okay, seems reasonable.
Yeah, but we outsmarted them. We built a backdoor into the Intel chips that are in every PC worldwide. The Chinese mask designers used those PCs to design the masks. The PCs gave them subliminal messages to build the masks out of materials that would block the Chinese virus, but let our virus pass through like crap through a goose.
I'm losing track.
Listen, everyone knows it takes a complex package to fully obfuscate reality.
What about Occam's razor?
9 out of 10 people think that Occam competes with Gillette.
Of course they do.
So there it is. What do you think?
It's genius.
Thank you.
Hey.
Oh, sorry. Thank us.
This just might work.
It worked for the alien invasion of 2020.
What alien invasion?
Point made.
So in the end, everyone wears a mask and gets the vaccine.
Yeah, for the wrong reason, but
who cares?
Right.
Feel better.
A bit.
You want to wake up now?
No.
Why?
I want to wake up to a normal life.
How much longer are you going to sleep?
Not much longer, I hope.
And what are you going to do when you wake up?
I'm going to go where I want, see who I want, do what I want, because everyone's vaccinated and wearing masks.
Yeah. All that stuff didn't seem important before, did it?
No.
Should I set the alarm?
You know, you better not. I'm still a bit fuzzy about the timing.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. That was a lot of fun. As you saw at the end, Gary did actually post something at the end there. I encourage you to please visit Woods Hole Theater as well. please visit them. Please visit us. Please consider making a donation to support the work that we're doing. Eventide is here trying to spread the word, and we love collaborating with other theaters. Obviously, this production that we were able to do with the Woods Hole Theater, Gary did a brilliant job. Those were a lot of fun to watch. Our upcoming production produced with Cotuit Center for the Arts, and then the production that will be premiering in July, our production of Teacher of the Year with Cotuit Center for the Arts and Jim Daglish, and the production in July of Twain by the Tail, which is being done at the Cape Media Center. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Please consider making a donation. Buy us a coffee, buy us a theater, support live theater, support theater in any form, support the arts. Thank you so much for joining us here today, and have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. And let me see, is Gary in here? Let me see. Gary, I see you're in the chat. Do you mind if I bring you in to chat and see if anybody has any questions they want to ask? Because I'm sure some people have some questions about this show. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get you in here. All right, it says Gary will join as a panelist in a moment. So I'm hoping that he's able to join in here. We've got a couple of questions. Annie Cool says, well done. Thank you. That's awesome. We appreciate the support. There's Gary. Gary, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for putting up with this madness and putting us on.
Gary, I got to tell you, I was having so much fun before we played this. I mean, obviously, I watched it before we aired it because I wanted to, be able to prepare. And I love the quirkiness. I love it. It was quirky, but it was also relevant. Where does that come from? Tell me a little bit about where your inspiration for some of these pieces comes from.
Well, I don't know. I think just living through the last year, you just had to watch the incoming news and information. I don't think there was a pile of imagination here, to be honest.
Well, it was a ton of fun. And Melinda did a great job directing this. I had the opportunity to work with Melinda on one of the first Zoom productions that we did here at Eventide when we did our production of Touched by War. And that was when all of us were just like, what do we do? How do these buttons work? What are we supposed to do? The difference in production value, and I'm very proud of that production, but the difference in production value from that show to this is quite dramatic. How was it for you learning this platform and learning how to do all these things on Zoom? And I saw you use StreamYard and some of the tools that you were using. How was that?
Well, I'm a bit of a nerd, but the folks at Falmouth Community Television spent some time with me on StreamYard. I think it's a really nice tool. I just want to put another plug for Jim Daglish's new play. I read that in the fall when it had a different title and loved it. And that kind of gave me the idea that, you can actually write for this media. And if you want to see that taken to another level, I highly recommend people see that show because that's going to be spectacular.
I would echo that. We had a recording session earlier today, and he has really been working hard to get some phenomenal actors together, put this production together, and the quality of what he's doing is so impressive. And the subject material is very, very relevant too. So I would encourage you, please come on back. But talking more about this, I enjoyed this. So these were 3 short one-act plays. Each one was about 10 minutes or so each. Tell me why the short play format appeals to you in this, or do you have a lot of full-length plays that you prefer? Like, what medium do you prefer to work in, and what do you and why?
Well, I think this was more about dealing with the nature of the online media. Is our attention span online is 10 minutes is asking for a lot. The things. Maybe that's a societal problem in itself, right? But without commenting on that, the fact of the matter is, the question is, how long can I hold people? It's quite different than being in a live theater where, there's feedback and everything else. So I thought 10 minutes would work better in this scenario. I don't know if I have a hot answer beyond that.
Well, I definitely can agree with that. It's I often tell people, because I do a lot of Zoom productions and Zoom webinar productions, and I tell people that 1 minute in real life feels like 7 minutes on Zoom. It's like dog years. So it's always, you got to be careful of that. For those of you who are still watching, I see the chat box is lighting up, and there's a lot of great accolades in there, and it's very, very kind. If any of you have any questions for me or Gary, please feel free to ask them in the chat. We welcome the questions from folks on the outside who are watching this. Let us know, what did you love? What were you curious about? What really sparked your attention? And I'd love to see any questions that you have there. I also see, I want to give a shout out to Janet Moore. I see her there in our list of attendees. Janet is the producer of the Virtual Playhouse, and she has done a fantastic job putting these shows together for us. So she just said hi. Janet, do you want to come on screen to go and type yes or no? And if no, can you type what the next production is? I believe it's Linda's production. If you could maybe type, oh, sure, just for a second, she says. All right, let me bring her in here, because I'd love to have her talk a little bit about what's coming up for our Virtual Playhouse. I know the play for our next director is actually in the room watching this show as well. There are a couple of, hi, Janet.
Hi. Excuse me, I'm cleaning.
No worries. I do want to, before I throw it over to Janet real quick, I do want to just tell everybody, I've seen a few people ask, is this going to be repeated and where can they see it? Well, we did live stream this on YouTube as well. We are trying to direct people to our YouTube page. So if you look for Eventide Theater Company on YouTube, you can actually see it on demand right now. And we'll probably do a premiere on Facebook tomorrow as well. We'll do a live premiere on Facebook just to be able to get the word out. So you do have the opportunity to see it in a couple of different locations. Janet, tell us about how you found Gary and some of the other stuff, and what you have coming up.
Well, I beat the bushes and wrangled my friends into doing things. I called up all my playwright friends and said, you have to do this for me. And Gary was kind enough to jump in. The next one coming up is a play called Magdalena, and that's going to be directed by Linda Monchik. And it looks very exciting too. It's about the death of Mozart and the women in his life. So that should be very interesting, and looking forward to it. And that will be June, what day is that?
Oh, you got to ask me, don't you?
First Saturday.
That is June 5th.
Yes, first Saturday in June at 4:00. So be there, be square.
Excellent. Gary, tons of accolades, not a whole lot of questions in our chat. So is there anything else that you wanted to share with us about this production or about this experience?
Yeah, well, I just want to say this, that I'm constantly trying to bribe Janet Moore into acting in anything that I've written. So I just want to say that publicly, and to anyone that can cajole her, please.
Gary, you're going to have a throwdown, because we're going to have to duke it out, because I love working with Janet too. So this could be a problem.
We have a problem here. But hey, thank you again for putting this on. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, Janet. Thanks for all the work you've done putting this stuff together. Those of you at home, thank you so much for joining us. Gary, what's the website to donate to the Woods Hole Theater?
Yeah, it's woodsholetheater.org.
Woodsholetheater.org. So Woods Hole Theater. Great. So woodsholetheater.org, please visit them, consider making a donation. And while you're at it, consider stopping by eventidearts.org as well. We also try to make it simple. While you're on the website for Woods Hole Theater, you can text ETC to 44321. You can make a donation through a secure server there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much again. We've had a wonderful time. I appreciate each of you tuning in and look forward to having you join us again. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the rest of this wonderful Saturday.
Thank you.